Who are all of the CEOs of YouTube? I'm sure you've heard of Susan Wojcicki. She was like the CEO of YouTube for such a long time and just finally left her position and gave it over to Neal Moahn, who is now the CEO of YouTube. But who were the other CEOs before Susan? Who started it off? Stuff like that. So there's actually two other YouTube CEOs that I have never exactly heard of until I looked into it. So we're going to take a peek today. But of course, before I begin, click subscribe because this is kind of interesting. I've been around on YouTube for a long time and some of these people I didn't even know were running the platform. So to start it off, we first have to understand who the founders of YouTube were. There's of course Javed Karim, Chad Hurley, and Steve Chen. These were the three founders, but you can't have three CEOs, I think, so only one of these people were a CEO. So first, looking into Steve Chen, he's this guy right here. He was one of the founders. He even has a YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. He wasn't the CEO. Then we have Javed right here. He's probably most known out of these three people, right? He of course has this channel with the first ever video on YouTube, Me at the Zoo, but he wasn't the CEO either. The actual first CEO was Chad Hurley, this guy right here. And he has a channel on YouTube that's actually currently active right now, so it is pretty cool. And so yeah, he was the first ever actual YouTube founder. This guy was founder from 2005 all the way to 2010, and I never really heard about him all that much because, you know, he didn't upload Me at the Zoo, stuff like that, but it is pretty cool to find out, like, yo, this guy, one of the actual founders and the first CEO ever, so cool. On October 16th, they all sold YouTube to Google for 1.65 billion, so I guess he remained CEO for a little while there, which is kind of cool. And yeah, I don't really know what else he would have done other than just helped form YouTube's early days, so that's neat. But who was the second founder of YouTube? When he finally left his position, who took over? Well, there is a guy called Salar Kamangar. I don't know how to say that exactly, but this guy was the second ever CEO of YouTube. Now, he does have a YouTube channel with only 84 subscribers, but he is verified, and of course he's verified because he is the actual official guy, right? Joined YouTube all the way back in 2006, but he doesn't have like any content on this channel at all. But we do have an interview of him from 10 years ago, so we can actually like see what he sounds like and stuff, because I've never heard him speak. I actually didn't know this guy, it really existed. So let's take a peek.
Actually, Gangnam Style was my Halloween costume, and I actually had to get up on stage at a company meeting and do a little bit of it. Not tonight.
Do it! Do Gangnam Style. So this guy, he seems funny. He knows what he's doing. So of course Gangnam Style was huge at the time, 2012, right? So it's kind of cool, you know, he's in with the memes and stuff.
I wanted to thank you.
I guess he was around for the whole YouTube Google Plus merge, which of course everyone was hating on. I couldn't imagine being this guy, actually. It must be so stressful to be the CEO of YouTube for starters, because everyone's looking at you, everyone on the platform, but also because he was around when Google like officially took the reins and you know, told everyone they were forced to get a Google Plus account. Like, people were really mad at YouTube and Google for that. Like, there was a lot of rage, and he was right at the front of it. Goodness. So he was of course around at the time when I would have joined YouTube, 2010. He actually started late 2010, so I was actually on YouTube during Chad Hurley's run, just for like the last few months of that, so that's kind of neat. Because I joined February 6th, 2010, so I got to see the platform with every CEO. Pretty cool. But who was the third CEO? Who took over after this guy? Well, it's someone we actually know, Susan Wojcicki. So she of course was the longest running CEO of YouTube out of all of them. February 2014 to 2023. That's 9 years. That is a long time to be CEO at YouTube, and you know, she is the, I guess, most iconic CEO ever, because I mean, like, there's only been 4 on YouTube, and for the majority of that time it's been Susan, right? So obviously everyone knows who she is, and she also was at the front lines, and people were mad at her for so many reasons. I could not imagine being her in that job. That just sounds super stressful. Like, everyone complains to you. Everyone thinks that you are the sole reason for why things happen, which isn't always the case, right? I mean, she did of course have a lot of power on YouTube and stuff, but she, from what I could see watching her, did care about creators for the most part. You know, she did seem cool. And she actually does have a YouTube channel, 170k subscribers. It's not too active. Like, they made a short about Mr. Beast. These are commented on it. Heck yeah, you know, you got a play button, heck yeah, stuff like that. So, you know, Susan is the CEO that I remember. I don't remember anyone before her, so she is to me the iconic CEO. But of course, The new one, Neal Moahn, as of February 2023, I haven't really heard much of what he's done in these, you know, in the short amount of time that we've had him, which is exactly what I expected. I didn't think anything really would change. You know, I didn't notice a change between really any of the CEOs. So, but it is cool to take note of who they all are. And I can't tell if he has a channel. Like, there's a bunch of people. I don't think these are his channels. I don't believe this. So, I guess he doesn't have a YouTube channel, maybe. But, you know, that's the way it goes. So that is all the YouTube CEO. So if you enjoyed that and thought that was super interesting, click subscribe. Also, please check out That Epic Developer, because they're a tier 3 member, and tier 3 members help support the channel. All the members support the channel. So if you want to join membership, do it. Join button below. Thank you for watching, and fly on.